Hello, welcome to ACE Manager. IT Focus, ACE 14, Budgeting in a Cigarette Manufacturing Company. I like to share with you an innovative, unconventional application developed with the computing facilities as available in the 70s. Budgeting, being an annual planning exercise, starts with the marketing manager indicating the volumes of different brands he targets to sell at specified prices for each brand. He tries to maximize the revenue for the year, looking at possible permutations of volumes and prices in the predicted market situation, and shares the details with the budget accountant. With these inputs, the budget accountant goes to the production manager, who looks at volumes in terms of his production capacities and wants to know how much is filter cigarette and how much is non-filter cigarette in the proposed brand-wise breakup of volumes. There may be a little back and forth movement of numbers between the marketing manager and the production manager, with the capacity utilization as well in mind, while maximizing revenues feasible for the year. These details are shared by the budget accountant with the leaf manager, who is responsible for procuring the required tobacco leaf. Leaf manager speaks a completely different language. He asks the budget accountant to convert the volumes agreed by both marketing and production managers into required quantity of different grades of tobacco like SCN, Sun-Cured Nattu, FCV, Flue-Cured Virginia, White Burley, and so on. The budget accountant converts the volumes as desired into different grades of tobacco required after superimposing process losses, and shares the details with the leaf manager to confirm availability of the raw material, namely leaf tobacco. Tobacco is kept in aging for 18 months before it is put to use. Significant weight loss takes place during this storage, which is called reweighment loss. It's an important input on product cost. Some more losses occur during processing and conversion of kacha tobacco to pakka tobacco and in its refinement. The price at which leaf manager intends to buy tobacco at the next buying season itself is an important input for the budget. There are other variables as well which impact the cost of cigarette, thereby its contribution on sale. There are various wrapping materials and cigarette paper, tissue used in the product, specifications like length and circumference of a cigarette, density of tobacco in the cigarette, composition of blends, flavors, and so on. With all these inputs, budget accountant works out contribution or gross margin that can be expected from the volumes and specifications as finalized by the team. Outcome may not be acceptable to the board. They direct concerned managers to change assumptions on volumes, capacities, prices, or specifications to work out a revised contribution number. It takes once again 3 days and 3 nights for the budget accountant because of the extent of work involved, which is carried out manually. By the time he comes out with a fresh contribution statement, a lot of time would have lapsed. I had a chance to work as a programmer in an assembly language on a mini computer in the same organization. Budget accountant at the company left the organization and budgeting was required to be done urgently. We wanted to attempt this exercise through a computerized application. We wrote a couple of programs, keeping the budget computation process in a program and taking volumes and prices as transaction inputs, and produced the required contribution statement from the system. When there were specification changes and assumption changes to look at alternate scenarios, it was just a 10-minute job to produce a revised contribution statement. Marketing manager of the company was thrilled by this application. He used it in various permutations and combinations during the budget exercise and also subsequently whenever there were product pricing decisions to be taken. Subsequently, in another organization, I was talking about this application to one of my colleagues who worked in the US for some time and returned. He said, You are talking about Lotus. This was actually a spreadsheet application implemented by us before any spreadsheet came to India. Thank you for your attention.